Midterm census differs to 2021, says Statistician General and Chief Census Officer. Entertainers call on the government to lift the curfew. Appeals Court struck out APC MP's election petition. Let's join Marian and Maria Bangura for the news in detail.
Hello and welcome to Newswatch Online TV News Hour. I am Marian and Maria Bangura. Please do not forget to subscribe to our News and Current Affairs channel. The midterm census that was scheduled for December 4, 2020 has been postponed to April 19, 2021. The statement was made by the Statistician General and Chief Census Officer at Statistics Sierra Leone, Professor Usman Sanko.
Census is necessary for any nation because it helps the government to plan for its people. During a press conference that was held at the Statistics Sierra Leone office, AJ Momo Street, Tower Hill in Freetown, Professor Usman Sanko, Statistician General and Chief Census Officer, said they have postponed the date of the midterm census from December 4, 2020 to April 19, 2021.
His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio, proclaimed the midterm population and housing census to be conducted by Statistics Sierra Leone, StatSL, with the enumeration to commence on December 4, 2020. StatSL has been making progress on many fronts in the preparations against the proclaimed date. However, due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on the planned support from external institutions, I repeat, the planned support from external institutions, the following areas of our preparations have been affected. 1, the movement of high-level technical personnel, the international consultants, and 2, the procurement of digital materials required for the census. The public is hereby informed that due to the above unavoidable circumstances, StatSL is constrained to make adjustments to the timelines for critical activities, including the date of actual enumeration. The new date is now April 19, 2021. I repeat, the new date is now April 19, 2021. His Excellency the President has consented to launch the midterm population and housing census formally on December 4, 2020. So there will be a formal launch.
Different questions were asked by members of the press as to why such decisions were taken.
Now, there are conspiracy theories being advanced that the midterm census will be used for political gerrymandering. I would like you to actually provide clarity on that for the purpose of those who actually held on to their view.
Professor Sanko, you mentioned that you inform political parties in undertaking short census. I want to know if you also inform them in changing the date for the population census.
I'm just thinking now that the change of date from the 4th of December to next April 19th was due to COVID somehow, which was unavoidable. But let's assume if there is a surge in Sierra Leone of COVID, would that date change again?
By international organizations, but now you are discrediting this census. Then today you are discrediting. Well, you've said that that census had a lot of problems. So now, if you conduct yours, another somebody comes tomorrow and that yours was not very credible. So, what would you like to say in all of that?
Newswatch TV, Salema Tuwai Kamara reports.
With the reopening of schools and places of worship, as the cases of coronavirus declined, Entertainers called for the lifting of the curfew. Singer and songwriter Mohamed Bangura, known by his stage name Jakey Jake, said that the entertainment industry is suffering and they as musicians find it difficult to make ends meet due to the curfew and called on the government to lift the curfew. He speak more to Abubakar Kamara.
Yeah, like basically first of all, I want to say I'm happy to all the one that we die and the one that we affected by the sick. But now at least for the come to the end of the sick end, we need to get so much results then again. I think it's high time the government lift the curfew because it affects you a lot. Imagine an entertainer with only music, you have up and really feed the family, not really feed yourself. Now they get a whole lot of things then for you need to not get nothing to do, it's just music. You know what I mean? For like see the whole here, for like see them for 6 months, not in Nepal, it's very difficult, especially the type of economy where they under when salon like artists need to get royalty, you don't get YouTube YouTube they pay you because we don't get 1 million views because of the population. So the only way artists that make money in Sierra Leone is by staging shows, then pay you for shows, they can book you, go on tours, you know what I mean, and featuring too, that's the way artists make money. But once you go feature, it's just they make sure you get money, you know what I mean. So the bread slow and it's been affecting us for real, you know what I mean. It affects every business-minded entertainer in the industry. That's why we all come together as one and we try hard for fit this cause. The inspiration for the song come about the suffocation of the face as entertainers. Like it affects you a lot. And I make people put on the song say we want grind, we don't want big, you know what I mean? We don't want for the going politician, the motto every day, give you 1-2 block. Nah. We give to God, we get with talent. We get a large people who they follow we, where they support we, because that's how we get the bread. You know what I mean? So like, if we done the back don't lock for long, we understand 1, 2, 3, few months. But a lot of countries they don't open, they don't reopen, and a lot of business they gone. You know what I mean? If school open, we begin and you don't school bunch. I don't see the school open. A lot of beginning in a class very bunch. You know what I mean? Nobody not get corona. You go a bachelor. You know what I mean? You see the whole place choke up with a lot of people there. Nobody not get corona. Hey, why we not for make shows? Why we shows they not for go out? That's how we they get money. If you market 2 man, they market where the floor pass every show. You know what I mean? The floor pimping a whole lot of people and even wear max stuff. You know what I mean? So thoughts of it say, nah, this is not good. Maybe the big one every day on top, they don't know, they're not gonna understand. Because when you know to entertainer, you're not gonna know what you're an entertainer the face. So like start think thoughts of it, say, okay now let's bring this thing to the light. Now explain to them people here say, now this we they go through, this now we play, it's not big with the big, it's not political. You don't get anything for do with politics. You know what I mean? But a lot big then say we need this, now open this for we. We go make we shows, we go make we fans them, we still follow the precautions. We go make we fans them put on the wash their hand before they go inside, then put on the marks them. If you not get marks, you need to go inside the show, let kick out 100 million. You know what I mean? So like that's the procedure. That nice spark the song make we count and puts them things to light.
Human Rights Commission Sierra Leone commemorates African Human Rights Day. The Human Rights Commission Sierra Leone is a commission with the vision to ensure that the culture of human rights prevails and the people respect the rules of law and live in peace and dignity. On Thursday, 21st October 2020, the Commission commemorates the African Human Rights Day with the theme Silencing the Guns and Deepening the Culture of Human Rights and People's Rights, the Opportunity and Challenges of COVID-19 in Africa. The chairperson of the Human Rights Commission, Mrs. Patricia Nasudanema, speaks on the essence of commemorating the day.
For us, this day is very important. I'm sure you're aware that every 10th December is International Human Rights Day. And that actually focuses on all countries all over the world. But the African Human Rights Day specifically, focuses on African Union member states, all 54 of them. So it's like us as Africans, knowing that we also have our own cultural values, knowing the importance of also respecting, protecting human rights. And then also for this year's theme, as you asked the question, it was looked at from the point of view that we've had a lot of violence in Africa. We've had a lot of use of the guns in Africa. So the AU decided to make this particular African Human Rights Day celebration with a special theme that has to do with silencing of the guns. And then quite recently at the Policy Forum, where the Human Rights Commission participated, as the repertoire for the session, most of the issues highlighted on the role of national human rights institution is for us to take a leading role in terms of raising awareness on silencing the guns, and also engaging appropriate authorities like government, civil society organizations, other international community, people also, vulnerable groups, people like in ghettos, and also schools, because the African Union has its other agenda of human rights education. So it's like raising awareness on the negative consequences, of raising the guns in different countries. Looking at the point of view that when the guns are raised in Africa, it leads, of course, to war. We know it leads to the denial or enjoyment of rights. It even leads to the erosion of developmental activities. So as a commission, we have a big role to make sure that we make known this particular day to all. We have, over the past years, been celebrating International Human Rights Day. But the African Human Rights Day is for Africans. It is us. So we want it to become part of the people all over Africa, and specifically to people in Sierra Leone. In fact, the commission has been very active in that. And I'm sure that if you've been following the work of the commission, you could see that we've also been putting out press releases, and we've not stopped there. If you go back to the Human Rights Commission's mandate, we have one of our roles is to raise awareness. We also have as one of our roles to engage community people. We also have as one of our roles to engage, government officials or other partners that are intervening in the field of human rights. So when we do put out this press releases, we make out recommendations. And we just don't leave the recommendations lying on paper. We do engagements. For example, the McKinney incident, even when we heard about it, based on our social media monitoring, the first thing we did was to present our last report again to the military and also go to the military to engage them. That is why there was no military presence for this particular incident that took place in McKinney. No. To a very large extent, they're also cooperating. We've also had engagements like with the Sierra Leone police on the issues of around right to life concerns. We've also been doing that. And then what we have been doing is just what we've just done just now. Because we know that the media is really, really very important, and you play a great role in propagating or disseminating messages. So the first part of call for today was to call, the fourth estate, because we know after this session today, we're going to see this one, captured in virtually all the papers. We are going to be on the radio. We are also going to be on TV and other social media platforms. So this is just one step. And we are not only stopping here today. We have like a week-long program. We are actually also going to target ghettos and also other communities, and then car wash, and then schools. But this is where we are starting off today. So maybe later in the day, we'll be going out in the street to raise awareness.
Mariana Maria Bangura, Newswatch Online Television. Let's go for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a place where you will have fresh poultry eggs? Well, your worries are over. Reef Poultry Eggs is here to satisfy you. Visit us at 28 Charlotte Street, Freetown, or call 079-368959. We do wholesale, retail, and home delivery service. Reef Poultry Eggs, your place to be.
Where do you go every time I touch you? Welcome back, viewers. You're still watching Newswatch Online TV News Hour. I am Mariana Maria Bangura. The Sierra Leone Court of Appeals has struck out the election petition case brought up by 9 APC MPs with 50 million leos as cost.
The Court of Appeal of Sierra Leone has on Tuesday, 20th October 2020, struck out the election petition case brought forward by Usman Timbo and 9 others. The court was presided over by Honorable Justice Sengo Koroma and Sumana Ivan Sise and Tonia Barnett. The decision was done on the grounds of non-compliance with orders on the part of the appellant. The appellants were represented by Ade Macaulay, Africano Sise, and Salima Tabar. Speaking on behalf of his clients, lawyer Macaulay said that certain applications had been filed in the Supreme Court in respect of these applicants, in respect of this appellant, for which they filed a motion for stay of proceedings. He further that the direction of the appeals court, which required that they file a synopsis, will not be complied with, as they had received instruction from their clients that they should not file the same. He said, consequently, upon the instructions of their client, they are not going to file any synopsis. Representing the defense, lawyer Musa Mewa said the other side should have filed their synopsis on the 9th of August 2020 and have failed to do so. He said that they have disobeyed the Honorable Court. He further that the conduct of the appellant amounts to withdrawal of the appeal, stating that Section 78, subsection 5 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone and Rule 24 of the Court of Appeal Rules 1985. It therefore applied that the appeal is dismissed with substantial cost. Judges of the Appeals Court notes that the appellant in this matter, Usman Tibu and others, have failed or refused or neglected to comply with the order of the Court of Appeal. The justices of the Appeals Court, in their unanimous ruling, said that in the circumstances, this appeal and related appeals are hereby struck out with the cost of 5 million leones each, cost to be borne by the appellants. Newswatch Court's Update, Abubakar Kamara.
Well, that's all we have in today's episode of Newswatch Online TV News. Please do not forget to subscribe to our News and Current Affairs channel and follow us on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts, Newswatch Online TV SL. Thanks for watching, viewers. Till next episode, I've been your presenter, Mariana Maria Bangu.